for American Pro Wrestling. This is the voice of tradition, Jonathan Darwood. We have an exciting broadcast for you, some returning faces, some new ones, and the Dawson surprise will be here. We'll be back with our opening interview right after this. When you said big surprise, that was an understatement compared to the West Virginia wrestling legend you have here, adorable Danny Ray. How did this come about?
I'll let him say it.
Mr. Ray.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was here in Bluefield a few months ago and heard of these guys. They were coming up, got to watching, and there was something about the young kids that they need guidance. They need somebody to help them to make it in this business that's crazy. And somebody that I helped long ago helped me get a little receipt on Mr. Joe Brody back there. If you were there, you were there. And if you wasn't, you missed it. Always show up to the wrestling. You never know what I'm going to bring. But now, look what these guys brought. They brought me, they dusted me off, brought me out of the closet and everything, said, we need you down here. Here I am. I got my boots and my tights and everything, but I ain't here for that. I'm here to help these guys. Look, they're the champions already. Young guys, they got the belts. They're your champions. I met these guys and talked to them. All it was it ain't who they wanted to wrestle, who they want to get in the ring with. They talked about these fans out here. You guys have no idea how much these guys love and care about you. They're crazy because they're fans too. I'm a fan too, and I'm glad to be here. And Bradley, Beckley, y'all remember Oak Hill down that way back in the day? And we're here to set some things on fire the way it used to be.
Well, the Dawsons are definitely going to be setting things on fire, right, guys?
Yes, sir. Everyone here needs to know it's Dawson. Dawson with a D.
Dawson and Danny with a D.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Downers Grove, Illinois, weighing in at 229 pounds, Bitter Brian Compton. His opponent, from Martinsville, Virginia, weighing in at 238 pounds, he is USA Tony Ray.
Jonathan Darwin here to call this one for you. Unfortunately, Brad Taylor still on hiatus because of travel issues. Lance Erickson with other commitments. So I will be out here today for the broadcast hour by myself. Brian Compton going to be taking on Tony Ray. Bell gets this one underway. Brian Compton last week had a shot against Anthony Xavier for the APW Television Championship. Came up short in that one. We have Tony Ray, one half of the NICW World Tag Team Champions. I'm hoping to get words with him later today. But for now, he's going to have his hands full with Brian Compton. I know the man is bitter. I tried to get words from him talking about his match last week. He basically snarled at me. Both men sizing each other up now. Collar and elbow tie up here as we get this one going underway. Ray with a wrist lock. And just wrenching it in, putting extra pressure on the forearm region there. As you see now, reversal by Compton. And Compton pulling on that arm as well to do damage to the ligaments. Hammerlock applied as Tony Ray tries to find a way to get through. Speak. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. No. Speaking of Rays, what a feather in the cap it is for the Dawsons to have Danny Ray in their corner moving forward. I am excited for one to see what knowledge Danny Ray imparts upon these individuals. I mean, these young men are getting to sit on the learning tree of one of West Virginia's wrestling greatest. And we're going to see more to come with that one. Thank you again for tuning in, whether you're watching on television regionally where our broadcast is shown, or if you're over on YouTube. If you're watching on television, please check us out over on YouTube, American Pro Wrestling TV. Go over there to subscribe. Ray going to work with the ground game now. If you are watching on YouTube, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe button as well. Those do help us with the algorithm. Pin attempt here, and 2. No. Also comment if you are watching on YouTube. We find out that we have more. Going another one, and no. As I was saying, more audiences, not only just nationally, but internationally as well. So thank you for tuning in or watching wherever you are doing so. Big block there by Ray. Double stop straight to the spine. Allows USA to get the suplex off. Successfully floats over into the pin attempt. 2, not enough. Tony Ray with a good attempt there, but now slowing it down. Just trying to bend the neck back, put pressure on the spine. Referee J.B. Smooth in there to check to make sure it is legal. And Compton on the worst end of this one. Shooting right in the abdominal, but a eye rake will change that one, and an axe handle to the square of the back. Well, if Brian Compton wasn't bitter before, he is now, as we see. Smooth making sure that Compton follows the rules as best he can, trying to get the men out of the corner. You hear the referee counting all the way up to 3 there. Irish whip off the ropes. Compton trying to get something. Huge spine buster by Compton. Hooks the leg. 1, 2 and a half. Big power move out of the man from Illinois, but not enough to punch his ticket to the winner's column. Brian Compton now just opening up the chest there and putting the boots, trying to take the wind out of USA Tony Ray. Tony Ray fighting for his life. Wild shots, but an eye rake will stop anything from happening. As you see Compton now with an axe handle. Compton's smart. He's continuing to work on the back, especially the mid area of the back where he has been going to work so far. Goes for the pin, and rope break will break that pin attempt up. I gotta say, it is exciting to see some of these newer competitors here in American Pro Wrestling. APW really working hard to bring in fresh wrestlers for you to check out and see each and every week. Rip over to the corner now is Tony Ray with the speed. Can he get something? What a power slam by USA Tony Ray. Goes to the pin. 1, 2, no. Well, Tony Ray, flustered but veteran-like status, staying on top of his opponent, has Compton up. But Compton finds a way to get out of it. Rear waist lock, rolls it up. 1, 2, and not enough. Humongous clothesline out of Brian Compton, as we see now. That'll take the wind right out of you. Going for a pin here, but Compton wasted some time. Allowed Tony Ray to get out of that one. You see Brian Compton now, the way he's opening up the whole side of that body, just extending the muscles around the rib cage as Ray tries to fight over so he can get free. Well, that foot to the eye will water you up really bad. Smooth doing his best out here, but Brian Compton not only beat her, but downright mean in his wrestling demeanor here. And we see him fighting there, putting those hands in. Up to 4. Compton needs to be careful. If he gets that 5 count, he could get disqualified. Tony Ray gets a boot. Some knees. Going for the suplex again. Gets it off. Keeps the front face lock on. Following it up here. And just attempting to put the exclamation point on this one. 1, 2, no. 2.5. As Tony Ray now positions Compton, Tony Ray going to go for a risk here. Will it pay off in dividends? Taking the time. Some say it could be a delay. Others could say he's measuring it. Holy Moses, he hits it. That frog splash might have been all that Tony Ray needed, but he's taken so much of a pounding during this match. He wasn't able to get over, tries to drape for the pin, and Brian Compton able to roll out of the way. Compton on the outside now, but Tony Ray's trying to bring him in. Compton with a quick shortcut there. And rolling it up. Wait a minute. Compton with a handful of tights. No, not like that.
Here is your winner, Bitter Brian Compton.
Well, Tony, I know you can't be happy about the way that one went down. I know there's been some shenanigans, but you're also here because of other shenanigans going on in APW as well. Who would like to take the lead on this thought?
You know, Tony, I need you to hold your head up. There's nothing. Hey, you gave it all out there in that ring tonight. You should be proud of yourself and what you did. And you see, we all saw him hold the tights tonight. We all saw it. And you see, the NICW Championship Committee informed me of something this morning. They told me that they have not really liked and they've been concerned with the way the officiating has been going here in APW the last few weeks. So they're going to be sending some new officials, some new officiating in weeks to come, and we're going to see things get back the way they're supposed to be right here in the Mountain State Sportatorium.
Tony Ray, you feel the same way?
Yes, sir, I do. I'll be watching your match tonight, and good luck to you, brother.
Do you think you have what it takes to step inside the ring and mix it up with the stars of American Pro Wrestling? Well, now is your opportunity to be trained by the very best. To put in your application, dial 681-207-3175. You could see yourself one day on Championship Wrestling Television.
Tony Purdue, you just heard what those gentlemen were saying about the NICW. New referees will be coming to APW in the near future, but I'm sure there's more you want to talk about than just referees.
The NICW can do what they want. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Mid-Atlantic Aces are here to stay. And speaking of the NICW, they love paper champions. They got one right now holding their world title. Well, as you can see, Tony Purdue is all about collecting titles. I'm coming to get that NICW World Championship, whether you like it or not. Rudder Commission.
Well, Scott Lee's out here. Mr. Lee?
You know, we go way back. I do have a little bit of respect for you. As a former NICW World Heavyweight Champion myself. I know that Larry Cooter is not here, but I am. And you see, out of all the championships of NICW and APW, there's only one championship that I have not held yet. So let me ask you, big boy, why not tonight you put the APW on the line against me, and let's do it tonight.
Why not?
Title match coming up!
Coppola Cabin Rentals in Bluefield, West Virginia. Brand new interiors featuring television, kitchen, Keurig, mini fridge, internet, Wi-Fi, and so much more. Cabins available for up to 12 people. Come enjoy your ATV vacation staying at Coppola Cabin Rentals. 2531 Cole Heritage Road, Bluefield, West Virginia. Call 304-320-7200. Mention APW for an immediate discount.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Unified Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Stewart, Virginia, weighing in at 219 pounds. He is one half of the NICW Tag Team Champions, Dragon Scott Lee. His opponent, representing the Mid-Atlantic Aces, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 251 pounds. He is your reigning, defending, unified heavyweight champion, the stud of stoicism, Tony Perdue.
Well, Tony Perdue agreed to this impromptu championship match for the Unified Championship. There you see it. Also, Tony Perdue putting the NICW World Champion on notice. I know that the Mid-Atlantic Aces would love to have Tony Perdue as a double champion. And the bell gets this one going here. Dragon Scott Lee, man, he was a black belt in Taekwondo, Krav Maga, and Karate. Perdue trying to get in the head of Lee. I don't think that's going to work. Sizing up, collar and elbow tie up here. Perdue with the weight advantage gets the side headlock applied in the early goings of this one. As we see here. And Dragon Lee trying to find a way to break loose. Able to shove the champion off. Some chops there. Didn't get all of it, but an arm drag. And grounds the champion. The Virginian torquing that left arm there. You see the way that the shoulder in the socket is being twisted, putting extra pressure on those ligaments as we see. And Tony Perdue on the receiving end of an attack by Dragon Scott Lee. Scott Lee, you see that, if you notice, he's got his wrist on the other hand, and what that does, it actually gives leverage. As you're moving your arms around, and it locks your wrist so your opponent has less of a chance to break free. Scott Lee knows that and now puts Purdue into the corner. Devastating kicks to the ribs as Lee goes downstairs with the drop kick, goes for the pin, and 2 count. 2 count in the early goings of this one, but you see the veteran behavior of Scott Lee. Scott Lee, a former NICW world champion. That's why he's in this unified championship picture, plus the fact that Tony Purdue is a fighting champion. Continuing to work on the wrist of the champion there. And you see now, palm being placed right across the elbow. Also, Anthony Xavier will be in action later today as he defends his APW television championship. Purdue in trouble. Purdue needs to be careful if he plans on holding on to that unified championship. Wasting some time there, and it caught him. That elbow going straight into the canvas. Lee following up with the arm drag, and he plants him there. As we see, conspicuous by their absence is the other members of the Mid-Atlantic Aces. Usually you got Lane Cowley or Joe Brody or one of the other ones moving around out here. With Tony Purdue flying solo here today. Purdue attempting to get up to the vertical base. And just clawing at the eyeballs of the challenger. You have the referee getting on Purdue for raking of the eyes. And again, Tony Purdue doing what he feels like. Well, and the thing about it, when you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, Purdue, he can get disqualified as he wants because the championship cannot change hands on the disqualification. But I'm sure Tony Purdue would still love to pin Scott Lee. Purdue being patient, using all that power, and does. But Tony Purdue still feeling the pain from the opening moments of this one. Pins, and not enough. As I was saying, Scott Lee got a lot in early on, worked on that arm, just attempted to dismantle it, and Tony Purdue, as you saw, is nursing it, as well as wearing the brace. Champion using the boots now. And just looks like he's torquing on the ankle with his foot and just putting all 251 pounds down on the ankle of Scott Lee. Dragging in trouble. Lee fighting back. Is it going to be enough? Continuing. Tony Purdue says, not today, sir. And Purdue using the ropes for leverage again. And you hear JB Brown getting in there. Letting Purdue know that that is not going to be tolerated. Dragon fighting back. Picks and punches, but Tony Purdue with a snapmare takeover. Coming off the ropes with that big 250-pound frame. Pin, 1, 2, but not enough. Even with all the force that the champion applied, it still wasn't enough to keep dragging Scott Lee down. Well, Tony Purdue not wasting a moment to try to get back into the head of Scott Lee as he puts the boots to the challenger. As the man from Sin City begins to target and hone in on Lee using those boots. Well, smooth. Smooth needs to be careful, or excuse me, Purdue needs to be careful. He could end up getting disqualified. Brown has that discretion. Wait a minute, inside cradle, look, we have a new champion. 1, 2, no. And Purdue furious and almost getting pinned there. Tony Purdue going for the submission. I know Tony Purdue would love to see Scott Lee tap. Referee checking. It is a clean hold, and Lee says no. And you see the way that Tony Purdue has it there. Lee can't get his fingers in between Purdue's hands. Rolls around and just now going to work targeting the belly button so that way he can hone in right on the area of the solar plexus that he needs to. But Purdue saying not today. Purdue timing it. Big slam. Follows it up with a headbutt. Is it enough now? Tony Purdue, auto press, but not enough. A little bit of arrogance there by one of the members of the Mid-Atlantic Aces as he didn't really put a lot of effort into that cover. But Tony Purdue, the veteran that he is, continuing to go to work on the front of the shoulder there. Or excuse me, the chest area. Putting the boots right to where that ligament or the pectoral muscle attaches. Tony Purdue believes he's in control of this one, but the Virginian saying not enough. Attempting to fight back. Purdue has him over in the corner. Scott Lee sitting there, and oh my! That'll knock the wind out of anybody. And Purdue now clearly dominating. Scott Lee's going to have to find something deep if he plans to come back and win this championship. Into the corner. Oh, no! Brown goes down. Brown goes down. Tony Purdue. Wait a minute, what's Purdue doing? Tony Purdue with a weapon. No, not like. What a. You know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I got to finish that thought. Brown goes over. 1, 2, 3. Purdue retains.
Here is your winner, and still the unified heavyweight champion, Tony Purdue.
Well, Tony Purdue victorious for using the championship as a weapon. Not a clean victory, but yes, Purdue, he won't care. Scott Lee showing the reason why we need new officials here, and the NICW will be bringing them in. Speaking of bringing things in, I will bring in Brian Compton with words right after this match. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to raise funds for your sports team, booster club, or other civic organization? Well, you can team up with American Pro Wrestling, and we'll bring all the action, and you keep a portion of your proceeds.
Brian Compton, you're making a big splash here last week, television championship match. Today, you defeated one half of the NICW World Tag Team Champions. Things are looking hot for you so far in APW.
You know, for a lot of people it may not know, I grew up in the ring in the hills of these crappy towns with these crappy people and their dirty money that I love taking home with me. I tell you what, Tonight, I put up a clean, hard-fought victory. So I think I should be able to get a partner and maybe get a shot at the NICW Tag Team Champions. And I hear the Mid-Atlantic Aces are looking for a new player, if you know what I'm saying. Call me, boys. I'll talk business. But I'm in APW to prove a point. When I was 16 years old, I was putting on shows for these ungrateful people. Now I'm a grown man. Now I'm making a name. Now I'm hurting people. Now I'm earning money. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to party. I'm not here to find girls. I'm here to wrestle. I'm here to win. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that is the bitter way.
And now, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. And it is for the APW Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Rock Island, Illinois, weighing in at 224 pounds, Titan Troy. His opponent, from Charleston, West Virginia, weighing in at 242 pounds, he is your reigning, defending APW Television Champion, Anthony Xavier.
Well, Jay Fitzpatrick, excuse me, newer gentleman to me, referee veteran, assigned to this television championship match. Another man coming in who has made such a big impression with Joe Brody that he ends up in the TV title picture, Titan Troy. And Anthony Xavier taking on all comers here. Last week defeating Brian Compton. And Troy will attempt to come up where Compton came up short. But, well, you see the mohawk and the arrogance kind of like a peacock, so to speak. I mean, Mr. Troy, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but you actually have to pin your opponent to win the championship. The fans are coming alive in the Mountain State Sportatorium. Well, Troy got a cheap shot in with a boot and was able to compound that right into the side headlock. Xavier trying to break free, but not enough. Xavier down to one knee. And if Troy thinks that Xavier is going to submit on just that, he's got another thing coming. That headlock wrenched in there. As we see. And Xavier trying to use leverage to his advantage and does so as he reverses and puts the side headlock on the challenger now. Referee checking to make sure. Not a hair pull, but... Oh, wait a minute. Referee out of position. TT knows it. But the champion just continuing to mount the offense either way, and a scoop slam. As Anthony Xavier puts Troy over in the corner, gets ready to light him up. Let's count it out. This match brought to you by the letter X and the number 10. Thanks to Anthony Xavier. Crossbody, but no one there. And that elbow to the spine. And Troy with numerous elbows, but not enough to keep the champion down. Rear waist lock applied. As we see here, Troy Smart keeping Anthony Xavier grounded. Best strategy to implement at this point. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we do have matches over on Rumble.com. We will be putting a new one up this week exclusively on Rumble.com. You're not going to see that on the television broadcast nor on the YouTube replay. And arrogant cover. Just unbelievable that someone as skilled as Titan Troy thought he was going to get the pinfall with that. Putting the knees to the back now. And extending the arms. Pulling on the pectorals and the upper parts of the shoulder there. And Xavier now searing in pain, but trying to use his arms to break free now that they're there. Xavier gets up to one knee, back up to that vertical base. Can the champion fight free? Not going to find out as Troy whips him off and telegraphs this one. Sunset flip, that could be all. 1, 2, no! Wow, that was a fast one. That could have just been it. Titan Troy going for the 3-point field goal kick there. As you see, choking the life out of the champion. Troy needs to be careful not to get disqualified, otherwise he will not win the championship. Titan Troy, usually a tag team wrestler, with going for the pin here again with Brox Boulder. Brox Boulder in the dressing area today. I'm going to be interested to see if he does play a factor in the broadcast sometime today. Rear waist lock applied. Don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well, American Pro Wrestling. Also on TikTok now, American Pro Wrestling TV. Xavier able to get up. Titan Troy, though, saying not enough. No way, Jose. Troy whips him hard over into the corner. Can he get it? No, an elbow stops him. The champion mounting an offense and comes off. What a drop kick to Titan Troy. Xavier hurting. Can he get the pin? 1, 2, no. 2.5. Xavier hurting there, not getting over there as quickly as he wanted to. Allows Titan Troy to come back on the offense here with a snap suplex. Troy goes to the pin. 2, but not enough. Well, Troy arguing with Fitzpatrick. I don't know why. I mean, obviously it was a clear 2 count. Keep your eyes on the prize, young man. Xavier attempted to fight back, and another snapmare takeover, and again, Titan Troy going to work on the submission maneuvers. And you see Troy has Anthony Xavier down. Xavier's arm drops once, If it drops 3 times, we'll have a new champion. Second time. Is Troy going to pull out the upset? And, oh, almost. But does not drop. Xavier fighting back. Hip toss to the challenger. But you see the champion nursing his left arm. And Troy now getting ready to get lifted. Oh, I was going to say by Anthony Xavier, but Troy able to fight out of it. Hits him with the Russian leg sweep. Floats over to the pin. 2, new champion, no. But not enough. As we see here, Titan Troy is going to have to go deep into thinking here. What is it that I'm going to need to do to keep Anthony Xavier's shoulders down for the 3 count? And you see now, with an eye poke, Troy going for the slam. Deciding it's not enough, I'm going to pick him up again. Irish whip, though. Misses the clothesline. Xavier missing it again, and what a crossbody! That could be all. 1, 2, 3. Xavier retains.
Here is your winner, and still the APW Television Champion, Anthony Xavier.
Anthony Xavier, they keep setting them up. You keep knocking them down. Titan Troy, Brian Compton, hot action for you in that television championship.
I love you too. Mr. Darwin, just like you said, week after week, they just keep coming. And I just keep on knocking them down. Because that's just what the X-Men does. Week in and week out. Doesn't matter if it's Brian Compton. Doesn't matter if it's Titan Troy. You keep on sending them after me. I keep on knocking them down. For as long as I hold the television championship, and I'm your television champion, APW remains the place to be. This is the lane of opportunity. And I've heard some things are coming down the pipeline. Some amazing things are on the way.
Largest selection of DVDs and Blu-ray featuring horror, thriller, and pop culture iconic movies is available at Spookables. Are you old school? VHS, black and white copies, plus laser disc of all of your favorite movies from every genre, especially the horror collection.
Mr. Walker, seems that you got a new partner for this tag team championship match, sir.
Yeah, I do, but we'll get to that in a minute. It's clear that these people have been snowed in for the past few days, and they've all been breathing that kerosene fumes, and they're just sitting there staring off into space, just like normal. It's okay. You don't have to cheer for me, even though you know this is the best part of the show. This is actually why you braved the elements to be here tonight, was to see TJ Walker. And you can also tell by the shirt that I'm wearing that I'm still flying my flag to disband the Rudder Commission. It's every single week, every time I turn around, there's an obstacle put in my path. Tonight, they brought in this new referee. Everybody saw him out here. He's supposed to be the best thing that they could bring in. I questioned that. The best thing I could bring in was well worth the money. If anybody's got YouTube, you can figure it out. This is Brock's Boulder, and he's my partner tonight. He's going to help me destroy those Dawson twins. Tell them about it, Brock.
That's right, TJ. You know it is money well spent. You see me. You're on the YouTube. You're on the TikTok. You're everywhere. You know that I'm a star. And tonight, right here, you're going to learn firsthand with your own eyes and your kerosene breath that I am worth every single penny. Well, who are you? What are you doing?
Danny Ray! Danny Ray, come on. We're talking. I've been watching on the TV and getting updates and talking to the kids, and they're telling, we got some fine referees here, some of the best. But you're looking at somebody that's refereed for the NWA, what the NWA, the WWF, when it was the WWE. I've been everywhere, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to referees. Now we got some fine officials here, but the one that you guys have in mind is not going to be here tonight. I made a phone call to an old friend of mine, and he's kind of getting back in the groove, and he said, I kind of want to feel what the ring feels like again before I totally commit and see what's going on. He's a man that I've bled, I've sweat, cried with him, been up and down the road with him. Hey, back in the day, let me just bring him out. Y'all remember Mr. Lance Erickson? Well, he is your special referee for tonight.
Lance Erickson, commentary with me last week, referee for this tag title match. That's fine with me. Lance Erickson and I go back a long way, as do I and Danny Ray. And as I remember, you owe me a little bit of money, Danny Ray. I don't trust you one little bit, but Bam Bam's always had my back. And there's not a doubt in my mind that when this is over tonight, everything's going to be just fine. These Dawsons better lace up their boots. They better get ready.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the PWL Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers, accompanied to the ring by Gigi Justice. At a total combined weight of 488 pounds, they are the team of T.J. Walker and Brox Boulder. Their opponents, being accompanied to the ring by adorable Danny Ray. From the Coal City, at a combined weight of 399 pounds, they are the PWL Tag Team Champions, the All-American Underdogs, Charlie and Drew the Dawsons.
Well, attack job there. Not even getting a bell there. That's T.J. Walker and Brox Boulder. Lance Erickson barking orders here. And they will have to follow the instructions. It is not a tornado tag. Brox Boulder will be starting it off against Drew Dawson. Drew showing sportsmanship, but I think that Danny Ray might have tried to instill some values in these kids, but Brox Boulder not going to have any of that one. Gigi Justice on the outside. Got to keep eyes on her. Lance Erickson's going to have his hands full today. As you know, Lance Erickson commentary with me last week. Refereeing this week, wrestler many times over in the Mountain State Sportatorium, as well as former champion. Starting to get back into the groove, as Danny Ray says. Boulder just... And T.J. Walker says that Lance and him are still close allies, but if you heard the commentary last week, you know that is not the case. Tag brings in Walker now. And Drew Dawson in trouble. Irish whip off of the ropes. Clothesline to one half of the PWL Tag Team Champions. And What a man to learn from. Adorable Danny Ray. You heard him refereeing for WWE, then WWF, the National Wrestling Alliance. Man knows his way around a squared circle like nobody's business. And big slam there by Walker. Walker dropping elbows, going for a pin. Referee. Fairly paced count there by Lance Bam Bam Erickson. And you see Boulder coming in now. Well, there's anybody who knows how to work as a tag team, it's Brox Boulder and TJ Walker. TJ Walker tagging with Mid-Atlantic Aces on a time, and Brox Boulder known to tag with Titan Troy. It'll be interesting to see, though, can they get the job done against the Dawsons and become the new PWL Tag Team Champions? No one home! Roll up, this could be all. Erickson. Oh, Erickson didn't get over there. Dealing with TJ Walker. Might have been a pin. Walker distracting Erickson. And submission maneuver applied, but Drew Dawson not gonna submit. Danny Ray, as I'm sure, has had the Dawsons in the film library. Studying, you see Danny Ray, you can't see it from your vantage point, but I can. He's giving advice to Charlie Dawson if Charlie's able to get the tag in there. And Walker coming back into this one. Walker and Boulder being smart, keeping the fresh man in there. Irish whip off of the ropes, and down goes one of the Dawsons. TJ Walker picking up Drew. Just getting ready to show the power game. Backbreaker goes into the pinning combination. 1, 2, no. 2 count there. Danny Ray motivating his man. Getting the fans in the Mountain State Sportatorium behind the PWL Tag Team Champions. But TJ Walker continuing to go to work on Drew Dawson. Drew Dawson now hurting. Walker knows it. Has Dawson picked up. Thought he was going to be able to get him on the ropes, but a reversal there, and TJ Walker, back body drop, no, telegraphed it, sunset flip, 1, 2, 2.5. As Walker's able to find a way to fight out of it. And those boots now being put. But wait a minute. GG Justice interfering. Oh, Charlie Dawson, young and passionate. And his partner will pay for it. Danny Ray ready to come in. He's had enough. Lance Erickson able to get control, though, over the champions and Danny Ray. Oh! Well, Lance Erickson's not mincing any words. And Lance Erickson making sure that this one is on the up and up. GG Justice taking pictures for TJ Walker's Instagram. And Walker now has Drew Dawson where that man does not want to be. That young man needs to find a way to roll over and tag his brother Charlie. And just that quick, Walker comes back in. We're seeing the tag team fundamentals on display by Walker and Boulder. And it's paid off so far. Drew Dawson, holy moly, gets a clothesline. Down goes Walker. Down goes Dawson. Can Dawson get over? Can he reach it? Can he get to his brother? Walker gets the tag, but so does Charlie. Charlie Dawson's been waiting for this moment. Lighten up. Brock's Boulder. Charlie Dawson with a drop kick. It's enough. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, oh. And pandemonium ensues now as Drew Dawson comes back in to take down TJ Walker. Brock's Boulder still the legal man, though. Charlie over on the wrong side of the tracks, but gets over there and splash. Drew comes in and hits it again as Walker's on the outside. The Dawsons with the big one. 1, 2, 3, successful title retained. TJ Walker's beside himself. You hear Danny getting the acknowledgement his team has won. And the Dawsons congratulate them. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh! Walker going for a swing, but gets caught as Lance Erickson hits him. Fifth row! Fifth row! Fifth row!
Jonathan Darwin, I am so sick and tired of these Dawsons. I am so sick and tired after 31 years. Adorable Danny Ray, I hate your stinking guts. You and I have spilled blood and beat each other up all up and down the East Coast for 31 years. Don't think you can come in here to my APW and call the shots. Big boy, you're not going to call no shots here. I don't care what the stinking Rudder Commission or anybody else in NICW says. Danny Ray, I'm going to tell you, you're going to pack it up and you're going to get the heck out of here.
Let me tell you something, Joe Brody. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to help these kids and help this whole company move forward. And I knew it wasn't going to be long. Either you or me, we're going to draw the line in the dust and then make the first deal. Well, I guess it's been you now. So if that's the way it's going to be this round, then son, anytime you want to, you just go ahead and swing for the fence, big boy, is all I'm saying.
This ain't going to be the first time, and it ain't going to be the last. Holy smoke!
Danny Ray back in the ring. Joe Brody getting pummeled. Brody getting beat down by Danny Ray with an elbow. The adorable one hasn't missed a step. Well, Danny Ray picked his moment. Joe Brody, oh, gets kicked. Danny Ray hits him. Adorable Danny Ray showing him how it is done.